What's going on, everybody? Peter, aka Forexfunded here, coming at you guys with a NFP analysis for this July NFP. I'm going to try and keep this as short as I can, but still providing you guys all of the good, juicy details that you guys want to know. So, if we take a look at last month's NFP and what happened, last month we had a much higher than expected NFP number, which, as everyone knows, is very bullish for the dollar, which is transferred over to gold in the form of a sell. And we have that right here, right? This is the NFP from last month. I'll go to 1 hour so you guys can see it a little bit better. This was our June NFP right here. So it's inside of this 8 o'clock candle, right? That's where you initially started your drop with that NFP at 8:30, right? And price fell down roughly $30 to $35 based on that much higher than expected NFP. Came back down towards that prior support that we had right here, right? There's a lot of other stuff. We ended up catching that move. So we can use that to kind of preface this July NFP. I am expecting a higher than expected number. So I am bearish bias on gold. And we do have this small sell from the end of New York, really middle New York. We got into it right about 12, and then we just saw sideways movement. So anyone who's in the FF fam that is watching this, you guys have already gotten updates on it. But basically what I'm looking for is us to hold these current highs that we have right here, right around 1912.5. We're going to end up bringing the stop loss down a bit. We'll judge off of that high, and then we'll give it we'll make it 40 pips, right? So we'll be risking that 40 pips on this trade. Because look, if Asian ends up extending it higher than here, I believe what we're gonna see is us come towards anywhere from this daily to this 4 hour level, and we have a 61% there, which is what we had happen yesterday, right? We know we love our 61s. Here was a perfect 61% retracement, and then with news, you fell straight down. So if we end up taking a stop loss here, I would be looking for this area, right? Anywhere from 1915 to 1920, like a 50 pip range. I'd be looking for a sell, right? And I wouldn't be looking to enter anything before 8 in the morning, right? 30 minutes before our um, NFP drop, right? And if we do get a much higher than expected or even a higher than expected, right, and we see our bearish move, right, we know that our targets are going to be 1908 first. That's a daily level that we had bounced off of. So technically you can get rid of it. But I do like the fact that that whole area, that 1908, it has been a nice small level of support resistance. But mainly what I'd be looking for with even just a slightly greater than expected number would be us to come towards that prior daily low for target one. And then you can also see from that prior daily low area, right, we have nice support resistance. And then if you end up breaking that, we should come down below our 1900 key level. So we would have our first TP, our first minor TP in 1908, second one at right around 1902. Third TP would be this 4 hour level at 1896. And then if we have a much larger than expected number, I am expecting us to tap into this 1890 to 1882 level. We can see that blue box I have right there is a prior where we broke down, right? Came and retested further and then further pushed down. And then on the way up, when we broke that same level again, we retested it. So that's what that blue box is. The main reason I have it there is, that does show a lot of confluence that is uh, a minor area of support resistance. And also, between this 1893, so we'll call it that 1900 key level, because $10 key level rule puts it at 1895. It's $3 off of that. Who cares, right? The next thing I have is 1867. So I wanted something basically in the middle, something halfway point. That's all I have without stretching reality. We have this parallel channel that is another thing we had bounced off of on Thursday, which we just mentioned, and we now are at the middle of it. So if we get the greater than expected, we should come towards the lower end of that channel. Whether it happens in a day or in a week, it doesn't matter. So that's, overall, you could be looking at 18. I mean, overall, right? If we get the higher than expected, we should be coming for that 1850 key level, right? But for straight NFP, I'll be looking at, if we have a nice higher than expected number, a nice little $30 move from the daily open, puts us at 1882, which is a historical number. I like 82s, whether it's 1682, 1782, 1982. I like them. And so does the market. So that would be what I'm really expecting, right? Now, if we have a lower than expected, right, that would be bullish for gold because it would be bearish for the dollar. And we can see a few targets that we would be aiming for. Right? We have a 1 hour level here at 1926, a 4 hour at 1929, and then a prior weekly high at 1933, right? So let's make this a little bit easier and say if we have a higher than expected, lower than we would be expecting bullishness. Nap, nice. Now, if we have our higher than expected, we are going to be looking for that nice bearish movement. And if we do have a very low NFP and we break that prior weekly high, the first area that I'd be looking for is this 61%, which is from the prior lower high all the way down to the bottom. And then above that, we have our weekly level at 1957. But I don't personally see a daily move of $50 happening upward, downwards. I don't. So I'd really be looking at that 1939 level. We could extend that up to right around 45 to get the low end of that key level, right? So hopefully that helped you guys out a little bit. Hopefully you guys are able to make some money with this analysis. And, I will most likely go live tomorrow on YouTube. So make sure you're a member in our free Telegram room. That way we can, trade live with you and make some profits. July historically is a very low liquidity month. And when you have low liquidity, you have a lot less valid setups and a lot more bullshit that gets you trapped in a position or just very bad entries. So that will most likely result in a lot less trades. So the ones that are valid, you need to take advantage of. So, that's what we're going to be looking to do. And, we'd love to have you trading alongside us or with us on the Forexfunded team. If you're interested in any of that, check the links in the description. But until tomorrow morning, right around 8 a.m., that's all I got for you guys. Hope you guys had a great week and hope you have a wonderful Friday and weekend.